Right, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, over here at the right side of the map. The man who got the unbeatable army and just went with the unbeatable push, slow and steady, just taking the entire map, creeping it over like a disease, spreading, plaguing the entire Protoss nation. This is none other than Seal from the NS Hoso team. And his opponent up here at the top left, do not count him out yet. He has just suffered his first loss in a while, but had won his previous 12 or 14 games against Zerg before that. It is none other than Startail Squirtle. And he is putting a pylon out here at the front of his ramp. It's a very good map, by the way, for Protoss to get a nice little fast expansion. They can do the Forge expand, and they can also hold the top of their ramp with that Forge expansion. So it's a pretty good map. And remember, this all started with a 12 pool or a 13 pool or something like that from Seal last game. A very, very quick spawning pool. So are we going to see the same thing out of Seal this time? It looks like we're not. Again, with the probe harass very early on from Squirtle, wants to see what's going on, see if he can get away with going for a Nexus first, which he probably will be able to in this situation. Well, maybe. We'll see what he decides to go for. I think he could get away with it, but he may choose not to. Anyway, just to be a little bit safer, spawning pool is going down now, and look at this. Squirtle is, what he's doing, well, what he was doing was mining the minerals and then stopping, so he wouldn't actually mine the minerals away, but he would be able to stop a drone from mining that mineral patch. Cute little move that you could do. You've got the spare APM to take care of that. Of course, you always have to make sure that you have the APM for it, because you don't want to be so distracted by distracting their minerals that you forget to, you know, build probes and build your Nexus and that kind of thing. And it looks like we do have the Forge down first for Squirtle. He has put a pylon down here at the expansion position. He's not going to cancel it again. He's letting that finish despite the fact that he knows the pool is there. Interesting to see that. Usually you would see if the pool was up that they would cancel that pylon and just use the probe to harass as long as possible. But he's actually going to keep that pylon there in order to, well, just stop the expansion from going up for a little bit longer, try and ruin the economy of Seal. And last game we did see a ridiculous economy from Seal. So, you know, but again, it all started with the same opening, and Seal was just able to outplay Squirtle in the mid-game, basically. And anyway, we did have that, actually, yeah, you know, come to think of it, it was such a long game, but I remember it did start off with a very cool rush. Well, not rush, but a timing attack, I guess you could say, by Squirtle, where he was able to do some damage and push in with Immortals, and get some more play as well. So, are we going to see the same thing? We'll see. But as we can see, if it gets into the late game, it looks like Seal is pretty much unstoppable in his late game play. And oh, we are seeing a Rocheborn going up, as well as this second base. Is the probe still around? Actually, I don't know if he even scouted that second base. Of course, he can assume it's there because he was spending a lot of work to get rid of the pylon. But Rocheborn is going down. It looks like Seal wants to seal the deal here with a very quick second victory. He's hoping to just go for a Roach Rush, and if Squirtle doesn't spot this and doesn't put down extra cannons, he will get overrun by an early Roach push, and the Rocheborn is about to pop. Seal has put his queen over the choke to stop any probes from getting in to spot this, so he is really serious about this. 5 roaches in production right now, and does he have speed? He doesn't have Zergling speed, so maybe this isn't going to be an all-in after all with the Zergling follow-up, but he can actually make, Zerglings even slow can still obviously do some damage. This probe tried to get over across the map to scout, but the Zerglings at the watchtower were able to stop him from getting in there. Another Zergling over here, so Seal is just all over this. He's making sure he knows exactly what is coming, stopping any scouting from happening whatsoever, and this should put Squirtle off his, this should make Squirtle a little bit suspicious. And look at this, the Zealot coming around to this watchtower, takes this tower, but he cannot see the roaches and Zerglings coming from the other side of the map. There is only a single cannon. The choke point is blocked by this one sentry, but this one sentry is not going to be enough. He's teching too hard. He only has the one gateway. Here come the roaches and the Zerglings. He sees it now, but it might be too late. The probe's coming off the line to block things as well. The force field trying to keep the roaches off the cannon, but it does not work. The cannon goes down, and 2 cannons are morphing, but will they be able to go up? I don't think so. The roaches are trying to target down the cannons. The probes are getting in the way. but the probes are forcing him back, and he actually, nice force field is going to stop him from getting too close to the one cannon. The second cannon, is he going to be able to get that cannon up? He's only got that one cannon. The roaches get close enough to attack the cannon. No, they're pushed back barely by this mass of probes. Is he going to be able to hold this off? The cannon goes up. There's more Zerglings are coming in. At the very least, he's slaughtering probes, and it looks like those roaches are able to target the cannon. One roach is able to target the cannon. It goes down. This roach is not quite close enough, and Squirtle somehow barely manages to hold this off. Wait, maybe not. Okay, there's the force field, a little bit late. Well, actually, that was pretty good. He only took some damage on the sentries. He didn't lose them, and was able to kill off more Zerglings as a result. So Squirtle barely able to hold things off there. But you know what? At the loss of 15 probes throughout the course of that. So that was a really strong push there. Now, we still have Squirtle ahead in economy, but you know what? After that, Seal is following up by just building more and more drones in order to catch up in his economy. He knows he has the advantage here. He still has a lot of Zerglings. Speed is just begun as well. So we do see both players transitioning out of this. That was a beautiful hold by Squirtle. I thought he was going to die there for a second with only the one cannon up. The cannon went down, but he just fought voraciously with mass probes and was able to win out on that after all. Let's see what we have going on here. A Stargate going up for Squirtle right under the nose of this Overlord, actually. So that was, I don't know if he knew that Overlord was there, but he sees that and he knows that the Stargate is coming, and he can prepare accordingly. We do see it looks like Seal is just going for kind of a two-base strategy here. He's going to be teching pretty hard. He's just gotten 3 more gases, and he's making a lot of drones, but he's going to be a little bit light on his mineral drones if he puts drones on all those gases. Yeah, look at that. He's got good saturation there, but he needs a few more drones if he's going to be able to mine this effectively over here. Actually, only using drones on one gas. He might be waiting for more drones to pop out. But yeah, he's really going to start saving up a lot of gas. I feel like we're going to see some Mutalisk play out of Seal again. You know, we're seeing Squirtle kind of bunker up here a little bit, and so it's going to try. Seal's hoping he can use that to get enough time to get his Spire up, is what I kind of feel like. We do have 2 Void Rays on the way, though, which means we have a second Stargate that I didn't spot before. I apologize for that. He did put a second Stargate over here. Actually, this could be really bad for our Zerg player Seal if he doesn't do something to deal with these Stargates very soon. And he saw that one Stargate, but he didn't see the other one with that Overlord or with anything else. So he might just get caught off guard here and think this is just a single Stargate play. He's following up with Phoenixes as well. The Void Ray is going to go around and try and pick off Overlords around the map. And oh, is he going to see this one? Yes, he does spot that Void Ray. He knows there are 2 now, and so I think he knows what's going on. The Spire is on the way, but will it be up in time? He's desperately trying to build some Spore Crawlers, but he's only got 1 Spore Crawler at each base. And that means if 2 Void Rays and a couple Phoenixes attack him, he will not have nearly enough. He only has 2 Queens on the map. 3, actually. I'm sorry. Third one is... I'm not sure where the third one is, actually. There it is in the natural expansion. He did make a 3rd Queen, but that's not going to be enough to deal with 2 Void Rays and 2 Phoenixes. Oh, heading into his main, we could see Squirtle get some revenge here and take game number 2 very quickly. The Spire is actually almost complete, but will it be up in time to save him from this? The Void Ray's taking some needless damage, but here comes the Phoenixes across the map. He's got 3 of them already, and oh, that Void Ray taking some damage. If he can target down before the Phoenixes get here, it'd be huge. Oh, but all 3 Queens get lifted, and the Void Rays can just pick them off very quickly, and it looks like, oh, he's going to be able to target down one of the Void Rays. He is going to get one of the Void Rays. No, he doesn't get it. He needed 1 more shot. He's going to lose the Queen anyway, but he didn't actually pick off that Void Ray. The Queen goes down. 2 Void Rays are fully charged up. Actually, only 1 is fully charged. He's going to go straight for that Spore. Saves that Void Ray barely, and is going to take out the Spore Crawlers. Fire is up. Corruptors and Meters are being produced. They're rallied into the main base, I believe. Yes, they are. But is it going to be enough to deal with 3 Void Rays and 5 Phoenixes? More Phoenixes being rallied across the map as well. In the meantime, drones are going down. Phoenixes are going to try and take out these Overlords. There's the Corruptors coming to play. Picks off the injured Void Rays immediately, and then targets down the 3rd Void Ray. Uses the Corruption ability to make it so it takes more damage, and those Phoenixes now have to run for their lives. This has been quashed, this attack, this double Stargate attack, and we're going to have to see a transition out of airplay now from Squirtle, because that is a just really strong air army. More Mutalisks being produced as well, and I mean, well, actually, he might not be able to transition out of airplay. He might just have to go for more Phoenixes. But with those Corruptors alongside, he's never going to be able to actually engage the Mutas in straight-up battle. But he is getting the air upgrade, so he's definitely committed to getting more air units there. Yeah, I mean, I guess usually if you see the Zerg player going for Spire, you see the Protoss going for Blink Stalkers, but he can't really go for those Blink Stalkers right now. And of course, Phoenixes are going to be pretty strong against Mutalisks, but not with those Corruptors to back them up, and not without having good numbers. I mean, we just see a lot of Mutalisks out here moving into the main base. He's going to try and get some probe kills. The cannon comes up just at the right moment, but he's just going to ignore that and just pick off some probes and get out of there. The Phoenixes are now kind of moving around the map. He's got a decent little ground army as well in case of these Zerglings moving in to get him. But yeah, this is just a very fierce air army here, and this has bought him the ability to get this third base up. He's bought him the time and the freedom to do that. Here come these Phoenixes coming into the back of the main base. They're going to try and do some harassment on their drone count, picking up several drones and immediately getting out of there. He doesn't want to stay too long because he doesn't actually want to engage this air army in straight up battle. He definitely doesn't want to get trapped in this back corner here, and he's trying to chase those Phoenixes down, trying to cut them off. They're a little bit too fast and able to get around on the side there. Squirtle looking like he's going to try and take his third base as well. Zealot's going to move in here. Oh, he traps. Nice trap. He's going to trap a lot of Zerglings, but they're just going to get absolutely slaughtered. But the Mutalisks come in. They're going to try and slaughter the Zealots as well, forcing the Phoenixes to engage. The Phoenix is forced to fall back as they get corrupted, and he's going to be able to take out that possibility of a third base. Looks like ground army moving out across the map here. I like the addition of these Archons. Those are going to be beautiful. That means if the Mutalisks clump up to try and do damage to his Zealots, then they will take extra damage from the splash of those Archons. Here he comes in trying to chase down those Phoenixes. He's trying to take them out. It looks like he is losing some Mutas. Some Mutas attacking random stuff over here instead of attacking the Phoenixes are not doing what they need to be doing, and so actually not as many Phoenixes going down there as could have he targeted those down. A little bit sloppy play by Seal. They have been focusing on this attack down here, coming into his natural, which is a big problem. He's trying to build some spine crawlers, and it's just not going to be up in time. And the Mutas are just so low in number that he actually can't do an effective counterattack. He's going to be forced to bring back his Mutas to try and deal with these Zealots. Spine crawlers popping up. He needs to target down that Archon so he has something so the Mutas can just kill off all of the Zealots. The drone's even fighting for a little bit there. He does target down that Archon and is now going to be able to clean up these Zealots with his Mutalisks, but in the meantime losing so much. Oh, we might lose the Spire as well. The Zealots targeting down the Spire. The Spire goes down, and Stalkers walking across the map to join in as well. May actually seal the deal. Squirtle may actually get this win after all. Seal, it looked like he fought that off, but did not expect that ground army to counterattack him across the map while he was harassing the expansion there. It looks like Squirtle is going to be able to take game number 2. GG. Wow, this is turning out to be an excellent series. Seal leaves game number 2, and we have a tie matchup, ladies and gentlemen, between Squirtle and Seal. We're going to go to game number 3 on Metropolis in just a moment, and really cool play. I mean, I think we saw Squirtle do a lot of damage with that early attack. More than not nearly as much as he could have, but more than it looked like as well. He was able to kill a lot of drones during that, forced a lot of spores, and killed off some queens as well. Was a little bit sloppy with those Void Rays. Somehow managed to save them all, but didn't micro them back as well as he could have, and almost lost them a couple times. Anyway, but then point being, they were very badly damaged, so that when those Corruptors came out, the Void Rays popped almost instantly, and he went from 3 to 0 Void Rays very quickly. So, man, this is turning out to be a crazy match. A crazy match. And we're going to go to game number 3 here in just a second. Again, it's going to be on Metropolis. Squirtle versus Seal. Game number 3. It's going to decide who will advance and who will be eliminated from Code A altogether and be forced to go back to the qualifiers. Game number 3 is about to begin here at the GSL Code A.